I'm Chris Berman. Let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Cowboys end up on the right side of an 11-point game. The Jaguars won this contest, but will stay at the third place in the AFC South. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Browns win their 9th game of the year. Adam Vinatieri stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Lewis had over 50 yards receiving and helped his Jets beat the Bills. Up in the Motor City, Detroit, we had the Lions narrowly coming out on top by 5. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
Bell will be playing his football elsewhere, though perhaps not for as much as he would have liked. 5 years, $5.2 million, plus a $1.0 million signing bonus.
49ers, Rams. McGee calls the signals at the 24-yard line. And a quick rollout. Boy, he has some time. What a bullet! Touchdown! The 49ers go on to win this by the final score of 28-13. Over in the stadium, we had the Panthers come away with a 7-point win. The Packers defense held their opponents to under 100 rushing yards in their win at Lambeau Field. The Raiders won at home, but will take to the road next week to meet the Texans. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Walsh will be on the sidelines for a while, so this defense will need to do some reshuffling in his absence. The team doctors have reported a pulled hamstring, and he'll be out for the rest of the season. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own mash unit. Kennedy will be on the sidelines for a while, so this defense will need to do some reshuffling in his absence. It's a broken arm, and the doctors are saying he'll be out for the rest of the regular season. Now the big story of the day. Harris is going to find himself in street clothes for the time being, and that'll be a major blow to this club. So that'll do it for now. Boomer, back to you.
The Colts won this contest, but will stay at the first place in the AFC South. Chargers, Bears. O'Brien looking over the defense from the 22-yard line. And a pump fake. Everybody stops. Oh, that buys the time for the TD. The Chargers win this one by the final score of 34-20. Jefferson had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Redskins win their 10th game of the season. Arnold threw for 2 touchdowns and helped his Broncos beat the Chiefs. And in our final game, we had the Buccaneers come away victorious. So let's change things up a bit and turn to a guy that's had his eye on the college game, and that's our own Mel Kiper Jr. He joins us now. Mel, your work never ends, I know. Believe me, I know better than anybody else. But it's never too early to start thinking about next year's draft, is it?
Well, you're absolutely right. And with the college bowl season upon us, a lot of guys view their upcoming bowl game as more or less an open audition for NFL scouts everywhere. McCoy is one guy I look at who's come a long way the past couple of years to be where he is now. 5'7", 240 out of Indiana. I truly believe that he's the kind of runner that a lot of teams would like to get their hands on at the next level. Teams have keyed on him time and time again in his college career, but he still put up awesome numbers. Cooper is another guy that's starting to make some noise with a terrific senior season. He was a virtual unknown coming into this year, but people are starting to project him to have a solid NFL career, and I'm starting to jump on the bandwagon as well. So that'll do it for now, but expect there to be plenty happening between now and April.
Yes, indeed, just 1 week to go, and the playoff picture's starting to take shape. But still some areas that'll need to be cleared up next weekend. We'll start with a look at the AFC playoff picture. Meanwhile, over in the NFC, the playoff picture looks like this. So that's how we stand to this point. Still lots of jockeying left to go as we get this thing sorted out for January. And that'll do it from here. Chris, let's send it back over to you.
And that'll do it here for Pivotal Week 16. As always, plenty of surprises to go around and plenty of intrigue still to come. My primetime players each took his team to the next level, and each is going to take home a game ball. Great work, fellas. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.